Fear is normal when something is dangerous. But phobias go beyond normal fear and aren't based on facts. It could be an animal, thing, place, or event. Most of the time, the source of a person's fear is not a real threat or danger, but the person is still overcome by fear. This video shows the 10 most common types of phobias and a list of all the phobias that people can have. Keep in mind that if a person meets the diagnostic criteria for a specific phobia, they likely have a mental health condition that needs treatment. But before we start the countdown, it would mean a lot to us if you subscribed to our YouTube channel and pressed the bell icon. 1. Arachnophobia, fear of spiders. Arachnophobia is a fear of spiders that goes beyond wanting to kill one when you see it in your house. People who have arachnophobia get very scared when they see a spider. They usually jump, scream, or freeze in place. A picture of a spider can sometimes make people feel this way. People who are afraid of spiders won't go anywhere where spiders might be. This often means not going camping or hiking or doing other things outside. They won't get close to spiders, especially close enough to kill them or take them out of their homes. Most of the time, they will need help from someone else to do this. People think that this phobia comes from a natural fear of poisonous spiders that could hurt or kill them if they bit them. 2. Ophidiophobia, fear of snakes. Snake fear is called ophidiophobia. This is sometimes confused with herpetophobia, which is a fear of all reptiles, but ophidiophobia is a fear of snakes in particular. When they see a snake, it scares them, and they often jump, scream, or cry. Like people who are afraid of spiders, people who are afraid of snakes will avoid places where snakes might be and won't do outdoor activities like camping or hiking. Unlike arachnophobia, seeing a picture of a snake is less likely to make someone afraid. Like arachnophobia, this is a fear of being bitten by a poisonous snake. It can also come from a bad experience with a snake, like being startled, hissed at, or even bitten by one. 3. Acrophobia, fear of heights. The fear of heights is called acrophobia. People with acrophobia often feel like they are spinning, which is called vertigo. This happens when they think they are high off the ground. When they are scared of heights, they may also freeze in place and not be able to move. Most of the time, the person's anxiety goes away when they get back to ground level. People who are afraid of heights will often avoid situations that involve them. This fear can be very bad or very mild. Some people get scared when they stand on top of a tall building, while others get scared when they climb up a ladder. This phobia happens when a person loses faith in their ability to keep their balance or fears that they will fall. People with acrophobia tend to overestimate vertical distances. This means that at certain heights, they think they are higher off the ground than they really are. 4. Aerophobia, fear of flying. Fear of flying is called aerophobia. People who have aerophobia get very nervous when they have to fly. Some people get it just by getting on a plane or even just thinking about it, while others get it when there is turbulence during a flight. People who are afraid of flying won't fly if they can help it. Some people may have to do it with a lot of pain if they have to, while others will just choose not to go anywhere that requires them to fly. People with aerophobia may feel anxious and scared in the days before a trip. This could make it hard for them to work or hang out with friends. Most of the time, this fear comes from the worry that an aeroplane will crash. It can also be a combination of other phobias that come to a head in an aeroplane, like a fear of being trapped, of heights, of not being able to get out, or of getting sick. 5. Xenophobia, fear of dogs. The fear of dogs is called xenophobia. People with xenophobia often freeze when they see a dog and have very bad anxiety symptoms. People with xenophobia may try to avoid situations where they might meet a dog, which can be hard because so many people have dogs as pets. They might find it hard to get along with people who have dogs, like friends or family. They might even avoid making friends with people who have dogs. Most of the time, this fear comes from a bad experience with a dog when the person was young. The person may have had a run-in with an aggressive dog or seen a family member get bitten or chased by a dog. You can also get xenophobia by being around someone in your family who has it. 6. Astrophobia, fear of thunder and lightning. The fear of lightning and thunder is called astrophobia. People who have astrophobia will feel very anxious during storms, and this anxiety will often get worse if the person is alone. People with astrophobia are probably always checking the weather and won't leave the house if a storm is coming. During a storm, they usually find somewhere safe to hide where the noise will be less. Animals like dogs and cats can also feel this kind of fear. People who are afraid of thunder and lightning may have had a bad experience during a storm with thunder or lightning. 7. Trypanophobia, fear of injections. The fear of shots is called trypanophobia. It is also called a needle phobia. People with trypanophobia get very anxious when they have to do something that requires a needle stick, like get a shot or have their blood drawn. Most of the time, the reaction happens at the site of the needle before the procedure is done. When the needle is stuck in them, they often get very dizzy or even pass out. People who are afraid of trypanosomes may not go to the doctor because of their fear. In some cases, the symptoms of trypanophobia can be brought on by watching someone else get an injection. The anxiety could also be caused by a fear of needles, hospitals, doctors, or medical procedures in general. 8. Social phobia, social anxiety disorder. Social phobia, also called social anxiety disorder, is a fear of being around people the person doesn't know very well in social situations. People usually think of social phobia as shyness or being an introvert, but it's much more than that. People with social anxiety are very afraid of interacting with other people, so much so that it often makes them sick and gets in the way of their life. People with social phobia will try to stay away from social situations and may even refuse to leave their house. It's usually caused by worrying about what other people will think of you or being very self-conscious when you're out in public. They don't want to embarrass themselves or look bad in front of other people. 9. Agoraphobia, fear of a situation where escape may be difficult. Agoraphobia can be described in many ways, but in general, it is the fear of being in a place where it might be hard to get out or where help won't be able to reach them in an emergency. Fear of leaving home alone, fear of crowds, or fear of having a panic attack in public or other ways to describe it. People with agoraphobia tend to think that places outside of their home are dangerous. People with agoraphobia often have sudden, strong feelings of fear that feel like a panic attack. They might avoid things like taking public transportation, going to the mall, standing in crowded rooms with few exits, or even being in wide open spaces where they might be too vulnerable. It can also be a fear of becoming a victim of a crime or terrorist act, getting sick, or getting into an accident. 10. Mysophobia, fear of germs. The fear of germs is called mysophobia. People who are afraid of germs might also be called mysophobes. They might also be afraid of dirt or getting dirty, which could expose them to germs. People who have mysophobia may wash their hands or use hand sanitizer over and over again. They might stay away from places like public bathrooms where there are a lot of germs. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoy the video. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.